Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again here on YouTube. Today we have a DVD review for TNA Wrestling, the best of the Asylum years, Volume 2. So this set, continuing on from the first volume which I covered about 2 weeks ago now, I think it is. So I do apologise if it's not, but time's gone so fast for me lately guys. I'm pretty sure it was around 2 weeks ago. Yeah, so the front cover pretty much looks the same as the first one, with like a newspaper kind of look, or like an old school advert for a wrestling match card, if that makes sense. Kind of looks like that with the font and everything, but I could be wrong. That's just my opinion, though, guys. So yes, Volume 2 set then. More rare 2002 to 2004 pay-per-view moments from the Asylum years, and have been released from the TNA Vault. Double disc collection, 25 matches over 6 hours of action. Here we have the spine, the 2 discs, and the matches on the back. I'm not sure if my camera is going to pick that up too well, so apologies for that now, guys. So TNA Wrestling takes you back to where it all started with this double disc collection featuring 25 complete matches. Relive some of the best TNA's early days from the Asylum years from 2002 through to 2004, including AJ Styles, CM Punk, Jeff Hardy, Jerry Lynn, Raven, Sting, Jeff Jarrett, Eric Young, Abyss, and many more. And of course, you can see the black and white screenshots of various superstars on the back there. So we have Jeff Hardy in the top left-hand corner. You can just make him out there, guys. And Sting underneath him. AJ Styles. And looks like Dusty Rhodes and America's Most Wanted. And of course, CM Punk on the right hand side there. So I'll go over the matches on each disc first of all. So we had AJ Styles versus Low Ki in an X Division title match, July 17th, 2002. We also had Low Ki versus the Amazing Red from July 24th, 2002. Best of 3 match between AJ Styles and Low Ki from September 25th, 2002. We had a X Division title match, AJ Styles versus Sean Waltman, October 23rd, 2002. October 30th, 2002, we had an X Division title match between AJ Styles and the Amazing Red. And November 13th, 2002, we had another X Division title match, Jerry Lynn versus AJ Styles versus Kid Cash. There was a tag team title match between America's Most Wanted and the New Church from January the 8th, 2003. Jerry Lynn and the Amazing Red, versus Triple X versus Chris Sabin and Johnny Storm, does that say? Yeah, Johnny Storm versus Shark Boy and Jason Cross. Sorry guys, I got confused with somebody else then. We have a July 2nd, 2003 match, which was a House of Fun match, between CM Punk and Shane Douglas, called a Clockwork Orange House of Fun match, but maybe for licensing purposes they couldn't put that on the DVD as a Clockwork Orange, you know, in case of the confusion with the movie. That's just my opinion though, guys, I could be wrong. We have Dusty Rhodes and America's Most Wanted versus Glenn Gilberty, who used to be Disco Inferno in WCW, and Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger. September 3rd, 2003, Super X Cup final match between Chris Sabin and Juventud Guerrera. We had a hair versus hair match, Raven versus Shane Douglas, from September 17th, 2003. And disc 1 wraps up with CM Punk and Julio De Niro versus Kid Cash and Laz. is that? Yeah, that's from November 5th, 2003. So that's disc 1. Then disc 2 we had, I'm trying to get it into focus a bit more, guys, sorry. I really need to upgrade a new camera, I swear. This one's becoming quite a pain in the ass for me. So we have Sting versus Jeff Jarrett for the world title from November 5th, 2003. AJ Styles versus Abyss from November 19th, 2003. CM Punk and Julio De Niro versus Raven and the Sandman. I pronounce it Julio De Niro. I don't know if you guys, if that's correct or whatever, or if it's Julio De Niro. I should have paid more attention on the ring entrances or listening to the commentary team, but my mind was just set on the moves that are performed in the match rather than what goes on with the commentary half the time. We have Ultimate X match, Chris Sabin versus Michael Shane versus Christopher Daniels versus Low Key. Ultimate X match, that was from January the 7th, 2004. We have CM Punk and Julio De Niro versus Terry Funk and the Sandman from February the 4th, 2004. Another match with CM Punk and Julio De Niro versus Raven and Sabu. That's from February 25th, 2004. We have a ladder match, Eric Young versus Jerry Lynn versus Mr. Aguila versus, I'm going to just say Ishikara. Can't pronounce his name. I do apologise for that, guys. May 26, 2004. And then another one from May 26, 2004. We had an Ultimate X match, P.T. Williams versus Chris Sabin versus Hector Garza. June the 9th, 2004, we had Team Canada versus Jerry Lynn and Heavy Metal and Hector Garza. We had a flag match between Team Canada and Team USA from June 16th, 2004. We're almost done now, guys, with the match listing. I'm so sorry. Steel cage match, The Naturals versus America's Most Wanted from July 21st, 2004. And finally, on disc 2, from August 25th, 2004, we have AJ Styles and Jeff Hardy and Ron Killings versus Monty Brown and Kid Cash and Dallas. So yeah, that's the matches. My favourite matches, there are quite a few. It was hard to pick, but I'm going to pick 2 that stood out for me the most on each disc, if that's any good to you guys, rather than do a top 3 like I've been doing the last few videos in my review. It just makes life a lot easier here because there's 25 matches in all, so there are quite a few really interesting ones. So disc 1, I'd say I enjoyed the X Division title match between AJ Styles and the Amazing Red from October 30th, 2002. Absolutely loved that match. The finish was quite interesting as well. I won't spoil it if you've not seen it before and you want to see it, guys. By all means, check that one out. Absolutely classic. Very good stuff. Pay-per-view caliber style match. Awesome stuff. And then another one that stood out was the Clockwork Orange House of Fun match between CM Punk and Shane Douglas from July 2nd, 2003. Very interesting match as well. I did enjoy that. There are a few others that I did like as well. I liked Chris Sabin versus Juventud Guerrera. I'm only supposed to pick 2, I know, I've already chose those 2. But there were others as well that I did enjoy. Very good disc 1. Disc 2 wasn't too bad. I'd be biased if I said, oh, let's pick Sting versus Jeff Jarrett's world title match from November 5th, 2003. It wasn't a bad match, but it wasn't in the top 2 for this disc. AJ Styles versus Abyss, though, that was a good match. So I probably would have picked that. Everything that CM Punk and Julio De Niro did in their tag team matches were pretty interesting, and it seemed like they were working their way through all the old ECW legends on most of these matches. The Ultimate X match, which had P.T. Williams versus Chris Sabin versus Hector Garza, was very entertaining. Absolutely awesome stuff. So yeah, they're my matches. So pros for this set, we have 25 matches. Most of them are pretty awesome, and I do appreciate them so much. And also another pro is they've listed if it's a title match or what kind of match it is this time, unlike how they did when they presented it on the first volume. If you remember my review for that, you'll see what I mean. Other pros, I say better matches maybe than what there was on the first set, but they picked some good ones on there. I'm not going to lie. But the cons now then. So the first one is disc one has hair versus hair match between Raven and Shane Douglas from September 17th, 2003. And I thought I was experienced deja vu. Definitely experiencing deja vu, because if we go back to disc one of the first volume, it's exactly the same match again. So I felt that deserved to be put in the cons list, because why give us the second volume that contains the exact same match? Absolutely lazy and bizarre. Unless they just didn't go through the first volume and then, overlooked that, or maybe there was another reason behind it. I don't know. It just feels pretty stupid and lazy. Just my opinion, though. Another con was we didn't get contributes from various superstars in between each of the matches, having a little discussion about the match, as we did with the first volume. It just plays through both of the whole discs of the second volume, where we're just getting the match, then the next match, then the next match. If that makes sense, guys, just going through it match by match. No extra added content from superstars contributing their thoughts and that, which I found very disappointing, because I did enjoy that from the first volume. Overall, though, not a bad set. Probably not as good as the 8.5 score that the first volume got. It isn't far off from that. I think what put me off, though, is those little nitpicks of mine with the as I said, like the interviews in between the matches, plus that putting that same match from the first volume on there. But that's just me being fussy, like I always am, guys. I'll give it an 8 out of 10, because I did say there's quite a lot of good matches on there. By all means, I say get both of these volumes for your collection, but go for the first volume first. Obviously, I choose that over the second one. And that's not to say the second one is bad. So yeah, that's my overall score, thoughts and opinions on this one for you today, guys. I hope this has been helpful. If it has, please feel free to tickle that like button for me. Leave a comment below if you want to chat about any of the matches or anything else wrestling related. It means a lot to me. Also, if you'd be as kind as to subscribe, that'd be very helpful, and I'd appreciate that very much. You guys need to stay safe, and I'll be seeing you again soon, later in the week probably, with a few more reviews. I'm having a few ideas of what to do for videos at the moment, and we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, enjoy your rest of your week, or until I see you. Well, I won't see you, but until I speak to you again. Take care of yourselves, guys. Peace.